And we're back here in the Malaysia MPGL Qualifiers. Team Malaysia versus Napalm eSports. A team I have no idea, but Team Malaysia, we know them, we follow them. Two more best of ones can be seen here on HeflaTV 1. My name is Heflamoke, I'm helping out today with casting. I'm super rusty, so excuse me, I'm bad. You can flame me as much as you want. You cannot flame my awesome co-caster, Miss Danelie cast, our internal kangaroo for HeflaTV. And let's go.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So while you were actually doing the introductions, we had a couple of picks already happen, and we're going to see a Shadow Fiend pick up from Napalm eSports. So we haven't really seen too much Shadow Fiend in the Southeast Asian region, so we are going to see him emerge in this game up against Team Malaysia, whereas they scrounge up the axe. So strong frontliner already for Team Malaysia, and their second pick is going to be a Lina. So Lina, she's been rising in popularity. Teams are starting to finally realize the power of Lina. She does magnificent burst damage. She's got 2 nukes and an extra, literally just... I don't even want to say what her ultimate is, because I feel like it might be a little bit too harsh for the stream. So she's got a potent nuke as her ultimate. Especially, well, think about it. I could have said something else, but I thought it wasn't stream appropriate, so I thought I'll keep it a little bit PG.
Everything's appropriate on HeflaTV. Either way, I mean, you were already right. I mean, Shadow Fiend is new, the Lina is new. I mean, at least based on the games we saw today. The Witch Doctor and the Axe, the usual suspect. We saw them already once each, I think, per game. The Witch Doctor twice, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see, we have the second round of bans coming out. The Lycan, we saw him last game. Now, Napalm, maybe they watched the game, so they say like, nah, we not gonna allow you to go for a pushing strategy again. The Dazzle being banned out, that's quite interesting, because I don't see why they would go for a Dazzler anyway. I mean, the Sunjin with the axe might be there, so he can jump in and is protected. But let's see. Queen of Pain and Clockwork on the other side being banned out. Also very specific bans, I have to say. And now, well, some interesting picks on top of it.
So you made the mention on the Dazzle beforehand. The only reason I can actually see Napalm eSports ever deciding to ban the Dazzle is the Grave. Because obviously nothing can pierce the Grave aside from the Axe's chop. And obviously, Napalm eSports, they don't have an axe. Team Malaysia does. So when you combo the Dazzle with the axe, how does Napalm kill the axe? Like, you just grave the axe when he's about to die, and then basically it's going to be those extra crucial seconds for the axe to go for those extra counter helixes, go for those extra chops, and really tear through Napalm eSports draft. Because if you look at their current hero pool, they've got a very squishy Shadow Fiend, they've got 2 supports in the Witch Doctor and the Earthshaker, neither of which ever get extremely tanky, because the Earthshaker is always going to try and focus getting that Blink Dagger, whereas a Witch Doctor, probably going to be position 5, so he's literally going to be walking around with Ward's Boots and a TP Scroll. You're never going to really see anything on the Witch Doctor. Maybe if you're extremely far ahead, then you'll get the Ags, but we're going to get a 4th pick Phoenix from Napalm eSports. Lots of team fight actually from the Dire side, whereas Team Malaysia, their 4th pick is going to be an Ember Spirit. They had the Viper as their 3rd pick. So they've got 2 great heroes to go in the front lines. They've got their backline DPS now with the Lina and the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit, I say backline because he can just throw out the Sleight of Fists, maybe throw a Remnant or 2, and that's about it. Like, he doesn't have to put himself in that position in the middle of the team fight if he doesn't want to. If you already have heroes that do that, Ember Spirit can just sit in the back lines, just chop them up. That's all he has to do. Never ever put himself in that dangerous position. And we're going to see an Omni Knight!
Interesting, I have to say. I mean, the Ember Spirit is quite interesting because he's not too popular in the current meta as far as I understand the meta at the moment. The Omni Knight, well, that one is quite interesting. I mean, with the Axe jumping in and the Omni Knight heal directly on top of it, that's definitely a nice combination. Targets like the Witch Doctor, Earthshaker, and even the Shadow Fiend earlier in the game can be blown to pieces by all of that. Also, the Viper is actually quite interesting because, I mean, Witch Doctor, Earthshaker, once the stuns are out, you can easily either kite them or you can just pursue them. Like, they're really susceptible against any kind of slow. The last bans are coming out. We have a Rubik and a Razor, and we also see a Phoenix now, but I don't know how that Phoenix actually works in the whole thing. I mean, if they go for the Phoenix axe, sure, we have the Witch Doctor, we have the Earthshaker trying to do something there. Maybe the Shadow Fiend, who's in the backlines, can raise on top of the egg, so he damages everything that tries to go for the egg. But I don't know, I have the feeling that the Phoenix no, I just don't see it happening at the moment. But maybe I'm wrong, and Napalm has a really good plan, master plan in the background here.
Well, Phoenix and Earthshaker, if you put them together, you've got plenty of disables with the Echo Slam, so it's kind of like the Earthshaker's playing the same role as a Magnus in this sense if you're pairing up with the Phoenix. So if Earthshaker can get the Fast Blink Dagger, it might even be a core Earthshaker for all we know. In Southeast Asia, I don't know, I feel like this is exclusive to C Dota because they love to be a little bit different with their Earthshakers. They will run him in that core position. So if you're running that core Earthshaker, just having him follow up with the Phoenix Egg, if Team Malaysia is focusing him down, he's going to be there with the Echo Slam. That might buy the Phoenix enough time for the Supernova to drop the bomb and pretty much stun everyone on Team Malaysia. And that's going to be the time for Napalm to have the Shadow Fiend and that Witch Doctor to follow up with the Death Ward and right clicks and razors. Well, so it's wombo combo-y, but I feel like if Napalm can't execute the wombo combo, then that's pretty much it for their draft. They won't do too badly as the game scales, but I feel like Team Malaysia, they pretty much secured their late game with that Ember Spirit and even potentially with that Lina, but this is a support Lina for the starters, so we're not going to see any items that quickly.
Well, the Windrunner, I don't know, like, I thought we see something else here. Like, I thought about, I don't know, something more tanky, because tankiness is what they definitely don't have. I mean, the Windrunner obviously comes with the Windrun, therefore, while the Viper, Ember Spirit maybe having a harder time, but then again, Lina, Axe, they can easily blow her up, as well as the Shadow Fiend, so Napalm, I don't know, like the moment Team Malaysia gets, for example, the Blink Dagger on the Axe, or a nice initiation by the Ember Spirit, and or they don't have the stuns left anymore and the Viper is around with the slow, that's just bad news. It's really, really bad news. And, well, healing-wise, we have the Witch Dog versus the Omni Knight, and the Omni Knight, obviously, I think the synergy is definitely better here on this side, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna introduce the teams real fast. I mean, the usual suspects here on Team Radiant. We have KYXY on the Ember Spirit, we have Ketchik Imba on the Viper, Johnny is playing the Lina, and the other two is Mushi. In his support role, some people asked it already, yes, he's still playing support, and Ohio is playing the Axe. His Titan the last game was just crushing, was absolutely amazing how he played him, super aggressive, and it completely panned out. But let's see what we got on the Dire side.
I'll introduce them in a moment because I literally just, my client crashed.
What?
Or would you like to introduce them for me? Yeah, my client crashed.
No.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, but before anything else happens here, KYXY super aggressive, but there's a Fissure. We have, well, raised his skill, but not being used now, stunned, and oh my goodness, it's enough for first blood. I did not expect this, but the last protector here of the Wind Ranger getting that kill. KYXY too aggressive, and that's a nice little first blood for the Wind Ranger. Nice, nicely done, nice gold, and that's of course the time I need to introduce them here. We have Kronos, oh, a Decree God here on the Earthshaker. We have Nymera on the Witch Dog, and he might find now the Lina. Lina being stunned, it's not bouncing, but the follow-up, and oh my god, it latches. This is the second kill they get. 100 gold spent with that smoke, and they're gonna get a second kill on top of it, and that gives me the opportunity to introduce the rest. We have Kosh, or KCSH, Jesus, that's a name. And we have Wings on the Windrunner. And Danny, are you back in the game?
I am back. Good. I thought it was Kosh as well, and then I realized that's a C.
Yeah, it looked like Kosh,
My bad.
but no, it's not Kosh. We see top, the Axe is at the moment creep skipping, and that's pretty nice. The tower is gonna get the first wave damage here already, and just now the Phoenix is coming in, but the Omni Knight is already there saying hello, so he's getting pushed out of that lane, not getting any experience whatsoever, but of course they're up 2-0, and that's definitely good news so far. Team Malaysia, not the best start into this game. They have to make up for a lot now.
Yeah, it might be good for them because this is going to be a solo top Phoenix. Now he's gone for the first point into Fire Spirits, so that means that if he gets caught he might not have an escape mechanism, but Kronos, one more right click, that's not going to finish him off. Oh, that almost got the kill onto Kronos, but he's got no regen. So if Kachi Imba just hits Kronos once, he might die 1 or 2 times now. He's actually slowly regenning because of his tangos.
Yep,
but
poison
unfortunately
attack. poison attack, just 1 point in it at the moment is already making that trouble. And now Ohio, unfortunately he doesn't have the call, but look at this, Mushi at the moment, they are slowing him. He just does a bit damage before he dies, but that he dies, there's nothing they can do. There's 1 value point in Battle Hunger, which has been nerfed, but still, it's pretty nice to, I don't know, catch up, especially when there's no Icarus dive. But now, they want to go on Johnny here, but there's no follow-up stun. Never mind, the Fisher just perfectly blocking. Johnny is definitely going down, and well, KYXY, he can just watch. There's nothing he can do. The Phoenix, however, he TP'd back to the top tower, and now he's in trouble. I mean, he still has no MS whatsoever, no brown boots, nothing. And well, in the meantime, Ohio still creep skipping. Mushi's even helping, pulling the side. This is bad news. This Phoenix is not gonna see too much XP, and if he gets, I don't know, not away from this tower pretty soon, he's even gonna get ganked.
Yeah, he's level 2 now though, so he has the Icarus dive if Team Malaysia decides to try and chase after him. The only disable at the moment is Berserker's Call, but Ohio has not even put points into it because at this point, they rather see the Phoenix just tank the creep wave, because if he's only got 3 armor because of the Ring of Protection, and his right click damage is abysmal. So if he's actually going to try and clear out these waves under the tower, he's going to have to put points into Fire Spirits to burn them down, slow the attack speed, and from there on clear the creep wave. But aside from that, Team Malaysia's just camping this tower. I think they're just going to take the tower down as quick as they can, just to free up some
mid
space.
Kill.
Oh, I missed the mid kill.
Yes, you
No.
did. Either way, bottom we had a nice attack here on KYXY. He had to go back, use all the region, and now Mushi versus the Phoenix. That's quite a duel actually, but in the end, well, KC, that's what I call him right now. Well, for now he is safe, but the problem is now the creeps are coming in. Axe Ohio is coming in, no brown boots, no nothing, which means they can just follow up on him. Icarus dive in the other direction, but no, he wants to fake this, coming around, roundabout, and then Ohio, well, he just lets him finish by the creeps. This is a whole way to die. Now KYXY against the Earthshake here, well, he has... Nope, nothing is coming. Nothing is coming. In the mid, that Shadow Fiend, the kill, you completely ignored, but I had it on camera. I mean, it's really bad time for Kronos here. Like, the Viper is giving him such a hard time at the moment.
Yeah, is he? He's not even going to go for a bottle. He went for boots first, just to have a little bit of extra mobility going up against the Viper. So that means that when you don't have a bottle on your Shadow Fiend, he won't really have the regen for
Fisher
it.
is still
Johnny.
there. All they need is the Fisher, and it was perfectly placed, blocking him in, and that's an easy kill. So NES at the moment going in the lead again, 4-3 here. We are 4 minutes into the game. We already got 7 kills. KYXY is the next target. He's still only level 4, so there's no way he can ram them out, but he has to be careful. Just one well-placed Fisher and that should do the trick.
Yeah, so from what it looks like, both teams are shutting down the safe lane farmers. So NES, they're focusing on the Ember Spirit. They don't want to give KYXY any sort of farm, whereas Team Malaysia, they're just shutting down this safe lane Phoenix. He can't really do anything. He doesn't really have the damage output to kill anyone by himself aside from his magical burst, but his mana pool is just so limited that you just cannot spam out the spells as much as you would like to. So for the moment, Phoenix's goal, he just wants to hit level 6 so that he reaches his maximum capacity.
Jesus.
Oh, Kronos!
That's
again.
definitely easy kill. They have been playing around all the time. I had my camera only there because I knew Ketchik Imba, eventually he's gonna do it. I thought he's gonna do it with the haste rune, but eventually he was like, nope, Kronos is coming on his own. Kronos is at the moment 2.5 levels behind the Viper. He's 4.5 versus 7.5, so this is just bad news. So ultimate versus no ultimate, but oh, Ketchik, yeah, the mini stun came out. But look at the heal of the Witch Doctor at the moment. It's pretty great, but, well, overall, they still got enough damage. But Johnny is now in trouble. He stuns both, and oh, searing chains on both as well. Ketchik tried to finish the Windrunner. In the end, they're just gonna get this. They wanted to go for Johnny, but Johnny riding away on fire, 7 HP. Jesus Christ, I have no idea how he survived it, but he just did, and Team Malaysia struck them really hard. All they got in the super early game, it's just melting away at the moment.
Yeah, so the advantage that NES started off with is just slowly diminishing, and up top, Kosh actually only jumped on, but there's the TPs, both supports going to come in, there's the cast, they're even going to dive forward with Kosh as this as well, but do they have enough damage for it? Wings, there's going to be the nice shackle, And Phoenix actually going to use the Sun Ray. It's only 1 point though. There's going to be the Repel and the heal coming out from Mushi. And Ohio going to turn around onto Kosh. That's probably going to be a very dead Phoenix. There's the chop. Now they're going to chase after Mushi. He's got all the spells on cooldown. There's the heal. Can he actually get it off? He won't be able to. The cold they're going to be thrown out onto Naima. And there's a chop as well onto the Witch Doctor. So 2 for 1. Team Malaysia are going to be happy with that. They get the safe lane Phoenix and they get a bonus in that Witch Doctor.
Yep, they only drop Mushi for it, but damn it, I mean Mushi is just a support. And in the mid, well, we have Kronos with the invisible rune, but like, what can you do against this Viper? Even with 1 point corrosive skin, he should have enough. You don't even have ultimate to just blow him up. He needs to wait for some support to come in. Nice shackle, Fisher, something, 3 races in the face. Maybe that would do the trick, but I don't even think that's enough at this point. And in the meantime, KYXY, who struggled a bit in the early game, now has all the freedom in the world since all the fighting is going mid and top. And yeah, he's using it. Finally he caught up a bit. It's 15 and 16 and 0, but oh my god, overstated his welcome a bit. Remnants away, second Remnant just TPing, but yeah, he will come back to this one, or maybe he will not, because there are 3 heroes around. However, the Phoenix, he has to get the hell away, otherwise he is in trouble.
Yeah, unfortunately for Phoenix, he's had a very rough early game. No tranquil boots yet. So, actually, Naima going to be jumped on by Mushi. There's be Wings. There's be the Remnant down from KYXY. They're going to blow up this Witch Doctor. Going to throw the Repel as well onto KYXY so that there could be no disables thrown out onto him. And he's just going to run back into lane. Wings. Couple of pot shots to actually just do a little bit of extra damage. Mushi just sitting in the river. He's thinking about going up, but he's worried about being jumped on. He's got Repel available. There's the Fisher. Going to connect onto 2 now. Wings. That might be in trouble. He looks okay for the moment, though. And they're just going to back up at this point.
Yeah, they can't really do anything against all those ranged heroes, especially when there's a Fisher to interfere with everything. But KYXY doesn't care. He goes for the bottle, gets the bounty rune, and also Ketchik Imba is like, yo, just gonna grab that rune. Even though I think the X might pick it. Never mind. He's TPing bottom because he wants to jump in, because he has that shiny little thing called Dagger, and there it is. Drive-by shooting by Ohio. 1 dunk, and I think we might see the second one. Spin to win, dunk, and there we go. That's the second one. This won't be enough for the Windrunner. We have the Windrun available as well. But I mean, who cares? 2 kills, that's just fine.
8 minutes into the game, and we are sitting at a score of 13-6. Very high, very action-packed game today. So something nice. Something better than a little bit of a passive game. We're going to see a bit more action. Ohio going into the tree line. They're waiting for somebody to try and defend the tower, but I think NES, they're just going to give it up at this point. They've got someone farming up top. It's Kronos. He's trying to make treads at this point, so he realizes that he just cannot sit back and farm. He has to actually help his team somehow, so he's going to tank up a little bit with the treads. What items would you actually like to see on this Shadow Fiend to tank up a little bit? Would you think it could be the Yules, the Mechanism, maybe even a straight BKB?
Oh, first we have to look into this here. Dunk didn't come out, Ohio. That was a bit too early. Now he has Maledict up, and this is really bad news. Mini stun, he gets a dunk off, but I think the Maledict might kill him off. I'm not quite sure. In the meantime, we have the Witch Doctor going down, but well, the axe, he survives. Ohio, that was less than 100 HP in the end. Oh my god, Windrunner still having the face boots. Too fast for KYXY. But what an engagement again. 2 dropping, tier 2 tower getting a lot of damage now. And of course the axe surviving. And all that's happening while Kronos is trying desperately to get some farm up. But Jesus Christ, you ask about items. At the moment I think he's happy about anything he can get. It looks like he's going for either this is a Midas attempt to catch up, or this is just PTs. I don't know.
I think they're just power treads. He's got the Belt of Strength in his inventory already, so
It could be both.
I think this is going to be power treads. Yeah, I think it's just too late for a Midas, though. Because if you invest into Midas this late, it means that you're committing to the farm. It means that you're going to be very squishy. If you are going to try and fight for your team, there's a very high chance for you to die. And especially with the Shadow Fiend this squishy, this early into the game, I can see the
wants to come in.
Higher. Oh, Naima. He's just going to pop the heal, and everyone's just going to back up here for Team Malaysia. Fissure only going to connect onto Illusions. KYX, we're going to go forward. Can he get the can he get the Sleight of Fist as well as Searing Chains? Yes, he does. He gets one. We're going to finish up Wings with the chop on Ohio and Kronos. He throws the Requiem of Souls, but what else can he do? He's got no mana. He's going to try and bottle up, but this is pretty much the end of that Shadow Fiend. He's going to go down as well. 3-0. There's a Phoenix, so you're going to pop the Supernova. Everyone's going to back up. No one's going to get stunned, though. They've all backed up, luckily. if Ohio did not have the extra movement speed there from the chop, then I think he would have been caught by the Supernova stun.
At least get a lot more damage there, maybe leading to 1 kill, but in the end, no, NES just dropping right and left here. Ketchik in the meantime, he doesn't even care. In theory, he could have made it from the lane if he goes directly through mid and joined the fight, but he doesn't care. He just went for the farm. The bottom tower went down, and it's going pretty much what we saw in the last game. Team Malaysia going systematically through the map, looking at the net worth now. Like, it's kind of funny that the Shadow Fiend that we witnessed how bad he did, and he might die here, by the way, again. But he is at least the highest with the Windrunner at the moment. Oh god, he's slowed, he's stunned, he's dunked, he's just dead, and they don't even care about that 1 kill. They're already looking for the next one. They just take it as granted that the Shadow Fiend is going down, and in the end this pretty much secures them to push for the tier 2 tower. It's still high HP, we have a cliff, but I don't even think they can launch a nice defense with Egg down as well as the Shadow Fiend still in the fountain. This is just not defendable.
Yeah, they just don't have all the tools that they need to really teamfight against Team Malaysia. Team Malaysia, everyone's got their level 6 ultimate, whereas on the side of NES, only 2 heroes have level 6. Everyone else, they're still sitting at level 3, level 4. Actually, never mind, Windrunner's level 6, but you don't really get the focus fire. The damage is very minimal on the level 6 Windrunner, so... Oh, Deathward has just been picked up there onto Naima, so they might actually TP him back and try and go for a team fight if Team Malaysia decides to go for a high ground push. Wings gotta be careful, blink forward, they're gonna catch Wings. Can they pick him off? Looks like they will be able to. Don't even need a chop for that one. Though Fisher though has blocked Kronos in! He's actually stuck in the middle of the little buildings. He will TP out, so he's gonna be okay for the moment. No 6 on him yet, so no Echo Slam. He's still level 4 Kronos, so throwing a couple of really weird raids. He's gonna be Laguna Bladed down. They even had the Remnant coming in from KYXY, but they didn't really need it in the end. Oh, these heroes are just being blown up.
I just don't know why the Witch Dog was so passive in this fight. I mean, that was a perfect block, even though he locked himself in here in this pocket, which is quite commonly known. You don't do this mistake. You don't stand there. You do it from behind the building, but okay, I guess he just didn't know. Either way, but the Witch Dog, he didn't cast anything. No casket, no ultimate, even though he had the axe just right there, and now he casts it, but, well, the ultimate is coming out, but he gets instantly called. That's exactly what I meant, and the egg is going down right after Kronos. Well, you have to go back. Just back. But he just had no time for it, and this is... I think it's the beginning of the end, because right now it seems like Team Malaysia is not even going back. Roche is not an option. Mushi has enough sustain to keep the entire team alive. They even share the bottle like a good team they are, and, well, Tier 3 tower at the moment still alive. But NES, that just dropped too much on the way of defending here.
Yeah, Team Malaysia there, they're slowly chewing at this T3 tower as NES. They're trying to make whatever defense that they can, but their big ultimates are down. So even if they try and engage, there's a call onto Wings. Again, he gets caught out. Will they get chopped down to bits? Looks like he will. Ohio going to get the kill onto that. Posh as well as Kronos going to have to sit in the back line. Shadow Fiend though, he'll get picked off by 3 heroes. Car's going to bounce around, but not really going to be doing anything for NES. They just can't do anything. 14 minutes into the game, big ultimates are down. When you're waiting for spells and your towers are dropping,
at the level
you know you're in a very bad position.
This is just, it's just ridiculous. We're looking at a 20k lead at the moment at 15 minutes. The experience is at 15, and I don't know. Oh, Nimera being stunned, now being slowed, and Ohio is right there for his beyond godlike. Jesus Christ, look at the KDA here at the moment. He's 14-0-3. Ohio, this is definitely your game. That's the MVP. He had an awesome lane, and the rest is just Ohio mercy. But does he have mercy? That's the question. If he wants, he can jump. And BKB on. No, he doesn't get anyone. He doesn't get anyone.
BKB Vanguard, Blink Dagger, Tranquil Boot. 15 minutes into the game.
Oh, Ohio is waiting here to decide in the shadow. He wants to jump, but oh, the call. I was just giving him all, you know, all the lorries that he played so well, but this call was completely eh. But in the end, oh, Moshi in trouble now, but oh my god, the ultimate again, instantly interrupted here. Ohio not in range to call or dunk, but he gets the Phoenix instead, and they TP out in their own base. In their own base, you have to hide and TP safely to the fountain. That's how bad it is at the moment. Johnny, he doesn't care. He did before what he had to do. Laguna played, and that's it. And he took care of the Rex in the meantime. And now they just swapped into the bottom lane. As usual for Seed Dota, GG is a common thing everywhere else in the world except for the C scene. So I
They
don't
like to fight till their ancient drops.
Yeah.
So it's a tradition. I think it's just a pride thing.
It's
We pride
like
ourselves
World of
in
Warcraft.
fighting.
It's like the angry ogres, like Lokta Olga, victory or death.
Oh, in the base though, Naima going to be jumped on by KYXY, and Kichi was there as well. And they're going to pick up this poor Invoker Effigy. I'm trying to fly. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to fly if you're going to shout it to Kichi Imba. And there's the GG call coming out from Kronos. They had such a good start. They got 2 kills in the early game. 2 kills.
But
That was probably the best start that
GG
any
came
team could
just
have
in
asked
time
for.
because the network was
Yeah.
exactly split in Team Red and Team Green. Team Green was top, Team Red was bottom. Dunk you. Oh well,
Rude chat.
guys, this was the 3rd out of 4 best of ones here in the Malaysian MPGL qualifiers. My name is Heflamoke. Casting with me is the awesome Danelie Cast, the Australian kangaroo, and we have one more game
Yay.
incoming, which should be hopefully
Unfortunately-
soon.
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to tap out because I have work in literally 5 minutes, so I'm going to be late, but I stuck around for Dota because I love
it's worth
Dota.
it. So yeah, you
Yeah,
will be stuck with
absolutely.
me plus either my friend Air or someone else I find. And let's see, 5 minutes, some music, and then we're going in the last game for today.